YouTube, Richician 84 here, and this is my deck profile for my Elemental Hero deck, mainly consisting of the anime Elemental Heroes. Let's kick this off and show you what I play in my second favourite deck in the game. I'm going to start off with the anime Elemental Heroes that I run, starting with the originals: Avian, Burstinatrix, Clayman, 2 copies of Sparkman, because I mainly play the Sparkman fusions, and Blade Edge, Necroshade to go with Blade Edge, 2 copies of Wildheart, because I'm also mainly playing the Wildheart fusions as well. And then for the other Elemental Heroes I play, I have 2 copies of Honest Neos and 3 copies of Stratos, all of which are my original Showman Jump promos. I don't even know which one of them is the very first one I ever got. Anyway, following this, I also have 1 Liquid Soldier, 1 Blaze Man to blaze it up, and 2 copies of Shadow Mist, and I play a single copy of Vision Hero Vion. Normally at least 2 should be played, but I didn't have room for another one. And to be fair, I've also got Stratos and Blaze Man to do other forms of searching. And then to round up the monsters, I have 2 copies of King of the Swamp. And there we go. That's it for the monsters. On with the spells. Right, my spells consist of 3 copies of E-Emergency Call, a must in pretty much all hero decks, Elemental Hero based. Then a single copy of Reinforcement of the Army. That's it for searchers. My fusion spells consist of 3 copies of Miracle Fusion, the best spell in the deck. Then 3 copies of Polymerization, all of which are the original print and have one of the greatest lines of text ever. Fuses 2 or more fusion material monsters to form a new fusion monster. Love it. Then 2 copies of Super Polymerization and Fusion Recycling Plant. Then Regeki and Twin Twisters. And then for the traps, I have Mirror Force, Storming Mirror Force, and 2 copies of Solemn Strike. That's it for the main deck. On with the fusion deck. Yeah, I said fusion deck because it's all fusions. I don't play any synchros, exceeds, or link monsters in here. That's how old school this deck is. I have been thinking about playing a single copy of Infernal Devicer though, but it's hard to fit it in. Like, that's the problem with Elemental Hero decks. There's not enough room to fit in absolutely everything I want to fit in, which is why I really wish the extra deck limit would go from 15 to 20, because it's getting to that point where 15 isn't enough, especially since we're getting more support later on this year. Anyway, again, starting with the anime fusions, I'm playing Plasma Vice, Wild Edge, 2 copies of my favourite Elemental Hero, the Shining Flare Wingman, basically the ace monster of this deck. Elemental Heroes don't have a specific boss monster, but to me, Shining Flare Wingman is considered the boss monster of my Elemental Hero deck. That's how I see it. Then good old Thunder Giant and good old Flame Wingman. Gotta have the original fusions. And then a single copy of a Wild Wingman for back row removal. Now I do, of course, play one of each of the Omni Elemental Heroes as well, which is why I've got two Super Polys. I have Great Tornado, Nova Master, the Shining, Absolute Zero, Escoridal, and Gaia. Then I'll also, of course, have a single copy of Sunrise, and I actually have a Vision Hero Trinity, the only fusion that's not an Elemental Hero monster. I could replace this with something else, but like Trinity is kind of a necessary evil in hero decks these days. It's something I can't really do without, especially late game when I'm in a tight spot and I need to bring it out, overrun a few of the opponent's monsters, and even go as far as dropping Honest Neos, which is usually game. And yeah, that is my pure Elemental Hero deck profile. Probably one of the purest that you'll ever see. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and a comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I do have an idea already of how I'm going to play the deck once we get the support from Power of the Elements, but whether or not it absolutely works out has yet to be seen. Mind you, I have done some duels on Edo Pro with it, and the changes I made seem to be working fine. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.